the feelings are attached to your physical, right? So that's physical and etheric, meaning through the etheric, it can guide or mislead your judgment. Divine speaks at leaning towards him in these circumstances. Now, you know, a lot of people they beat down religion, or they beat down the aspect of having a higher self, and they say the higher self is in you, which is true. But there's levels to this. Okay. Everybody want to jump all the way over and get the mushroom and just become big like Mario. Like, it don't work like that. Ultimately, we know we all have the seed of the divine, which has to be cultivated. And it's cultivated through your understanding of self. It's just like if you understand electricity, just because you know electricity, you're not the best electrician. You have to actually go take wires and shit and connect them together and connect the source, and you got to add all these things to make it work. Only thing you're saying is you know how to do it. Until you start putting those things into tangible use, having the skill is kind of pointless. So what I'm saying is different stages of spirituality has to go with religion, because it's the basics. It's the basis of how you get started and how you trust and understand the unseen forces that you're going to be using, because that's what it is. It's the opposite of physical. It's spiritual. So you're fighting and understanding how to move within the world of vibrations with divine guidance. You can try to use your physical your physical understanding to guide you through spiritual concepts. You can try to do that, but it ain't gonna work, because your spiritual understanding is based in a spiritual. Your physical understanding is based in a physical reality, where that your spiritual understanding and connection is based in a spiritual world. This is what makes you so dynamic. You were created to bind the two together. So for the most part, depending on you knowing yourself, which is within the empathic understanding, we are picking up a lot of people's energies that is right next to us. So if you don't have discernment for yourself, you think that's you going through it. I give credit to where credit is due. I speak in a way to where it satisfies the base reason of things. For most parts, people want to battle amongst themselves and say, what is this and what's right? I'm not even quote unquote mad at other situations for gaining divine energy or gaining divine understanding. Even if the Most High didn't create you, or you in some form of lesser value to whatever in DNA aspects, like how the world speaks, like, it doesn't matter if you are still serving a purpose. I think at some point we all had to prove that we were here to serve the purpose. Being chosen is you choosing to do the right thing. Moreover than understanding the basis of just being a outright, Bible thumper, and what I'm saying, always screaming scriptures. And there's nothing wrong with people who do that. They're in the level where they need to be to transcend whatever understanding that the divine has them based at. And this is light points. We go through light points. So you may be encountering a lot of young light points right now in old bodies or whatever. But they're masters at what they do. But you don't like it, because somewhere in your physical or in your existence, you probably been there and completed it already, or been there and didn't complete it. So now in this life form, it's a reflection of yourself. So therefore you have to converse or compare, or you have to verse with these energies because of how you feel physically towards certain things. I've been learning lately to, no matter what inadmissible feeling that comes up, whether it's physical or in a spiritual thought, I automatically go to the Most High, higher self. I go through my higher self to the Most High. If there's a higher version of me that's actually something I can tap into, then if I wanted to go to the creator of all things, I'm going to go through that concept. That is me being vulnerable. That's me in this physical flesh saying, you know what? I know there's a better version of me that I'm not accessing now, but maybe I can go through that to pay homage. We don't lean on our own understandings in anything. But for the most part, if someone knew that you will not lean on your own understanding, wouldn't that be imperative for them to push certain understandings on you? That's control. The system that we deal with today has everybody in disillusion. For the most part, we feel and understand to the depths of what spirituality is supposed to be, and we all know there's a higher source. But don't be fooled by the fact that the way this came about was from manipulation. This is why discernment came into play. The Most High said, a fool to speak my truth. Look, I don't like to kind of push it all together for everybody. I just say try to push it all together for self. Because the way you stand in your existence today is so important. Your spiritual understanding is so important. And the reason why it's so important is because it's you. Just think about it. Each and everybody does something bad on the way they do it. We've seen heinous on so many types of levels. How many levels can we see the rise of spirituality and what that will look like? And keep in mind, this world we live in is contrast. So yeah, you may see a whole bunch of bullshit. You may come from a whole bunch of bullshit. You may see a lot of heinous. But where there is one energy that existing, the contrast has to take place. But only the divine knows the timing of that change. So being mindful and looking forward to the change of something great, I think that's important. Look, I ain't gonna even hold y'all right now. I just wanted to come through and drop this little message for you. You already know the vibes. Naga.